What's going on YouTube? This your boy Perfect Cell and I'm back with another video. And this video is another topic on music, and this is basically stuff that gets on my nerves when people talk about music. You know, whether it be subjects on social media or just people just saying certain things, like when I like randomly hear what they're saying and stuff like that. You know, it's just things that they just say that gets on my nerves. And sometimes there'll be things that rappers might say that like ruffles my feathers. And even though these are my pet peeves, I will admit I used to be guilty of doing this too. Shoot, I ain't never said I was perfect. I just said I was perfect Cell, goddamn me. Nah, I'm just playing. I am perfect. Anyways, with no further ado, let's get into the video. Now this one right here, like, I can't stand when people say stuff like this. And I have said countless times, we are all different and like different things. You know, we're not all made to like the same things. So yeah, your taste in music might be a whole lot different from my taste in music. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? And just because I like a certain type of music doesn't make me any smarter or dumber, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It just makes us different, and we have different, you know, flavors that we like. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think you can have bad taste, because truth be told, our playlists have different flavors, and as it should be. You know, everybody has something different that they like, and at the end of the day, the music you listen to is for just you. You know what I'm saying? I know this is like the 18th time I say, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna get it together though. I'm gonna get it together. Also, that so-called whack artist that your friend is listening to, you know, that might be his hero or her hero. You know what like they probably got them through a serious hardship or inspired them to get an epiphany about themselves. And like I said before, like we are all different. We all like different things. And even though I say there's no such thing as somebody having bad taste in music, I'm still gonna say this: there are some artists that like I just can't get with. You know, I don't like them. But if you like them, you know, that's you. Do you, pimpin'? But if I don't like them, don't expect me to be like, oh yeah, this go hard, because I'm not gonna do that. Like, if you want an honest answer of how I feel about the artist, I'm gonna give you an honest answer. You know what I'm saying? I did it again, I know. And at the end, and also, if somebody doesn't like the type of music that you listen to, it does not mean that that you have bad taste in music. They just don't like the flavor. That's all there is to it. Now, this question right here goes way beyond music. Like, I really get annoyed when people ask me, oh, who's your top 5? You see, now when people ask me who's my top 5, I'm saying I'm thinking that they're asking me who's my favorite artist because it says who's your top 5. They're not saying who's the top 5 though. But let's be real. When people ask who's your top 5, they're saying who's the top 5 from your perspective. But all in all, when people ask me who's my top 5 who's my top 5 like GOAT list, like I begin to cringe. I don't know. I begin to cringe because I don't know why they asked me that question at all. For real. Like, are they doing this to judge me? Are they trying to compare their picks to my picks so they can go to some imaginary Grand Con of hip hop so he can execute me if he doesn't like my picks at all? Like what does this all mean? With all that being said, I would say this: I don't like the question at all. And the reason why I don't like the question, because it brings controversy, and I don't, I ain't all about that. You know what I mean? And another thing too why I don't like it, I honestly don't believe that there is a GOAT in hip hop or in anything, in any form of art. Shoot, not even in sports. Because at the end of the day, like this, like things change. Change is inevitable. And the people who reign supreme in this era or the last era and so on and so forth, they're going to get surpassed. It's like I said, it's inevitable. There's no really other way to say it. And also, it even goes like that with your personal favorites. Like, for instance, Eminem might be your favorite rapper of all time, but if you listen to another artist that you like more than Eminem, then you might say that he's better than Eminem. That's just your perspective. That's what you like. Do you? Do you? And don't let nobody judge you because of who you like. All right? Because at the end of the day, you like what you like, and it's for your ears. All right? Now, this right here has never really been my thing, because now you turn a harmless debate into bullying, a harmless opinion into something that's just terrible. A prime example of what I'm talking about is when Lonzo Ball said, shoot, nobody listen to Nas anymore. Migos and Future is real hip hop. Now, I don't agree with what Lonzo Ball said, but apparently the mailman from Next Friday, he didn't agree with Lonzo Ball either. And he fired his ass up just because he had an opinion. Like, really? And all the time when he was roasting Lonzo Ball, about 10% of it had to do with Nas and hip hop. The rest was him making bad business investments and him not being good at basketball and stuff like that, and him saying, oh, you're never going to be with a chick and stuff like this. It's like, what? Now, I'm not gonna lie, that video had me cracking up, but now looking back at it, I was like, yo, this is not even necessary, dude. Like, come on, man. And I would play a snippet of the video, but most of y'all probably already seen this video anyway. And also, this dude cusses more than a drunken sailor who stubbed his toe. And I'm not trying to have YouTube on my ass for cussing, saying F-bombs and all of this other. No. And like I said before, I don't agree with Lonzo Ball, but hey, if that's how he feels about Nas and Migos and Future, then hey, that's his opinion, And basically insulting the man's personal life is pretty much a bitch move. And I even went through this myself. I said Pac was overrated. People was like, oh, you're gay, you're a faggot, you like anime. Basically 90% of the insult was me being biased and me hating 90s hip hop, which I never really said that. I never said I hate Pac and none of that other stuff, or 90s hip hop for that matter. I just said the man was overrated. That's all I said, but that's how I go. Or it was like this one instance on Instagram. Somebody said that LeBron was better than Michael Jordan. Somebody was like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Your name is Lawrence, to some cat. It's like, dog. Like, really? But yeah, man, that right there really grinds my gears, and y'all need to stop it, because y'all turning a simple opinion into something that's more serious than what it is. And I also want to say this: if you can't stand somebody hating, saying that they don't like your favorite rapper and stuff and things like that, it's like you need to check yourself. You need to check yourself. And another thing too, Anybody who subscribed to me who has this type of attitude, unsubscribe to me right now, because I'm not having that on my channel. I'm not having that. Now, I love old school hip hop as much as the next guy, if not more, okay? And I love old people, but I can't stand these stupid, bitter old heads bashing this generation of rappers just because the music that they made is nothing like the days of old. And then they start PMSing whenever a new rapper isn't feeling the old rappers. And most of the time, they're not even dissing them. They're just saying that kind of music is not their style. And I'm pretty sure they got respect for whoever the legends were. They just not feeling their music. You know what I'm saying? And who says that they have to be? Who says that they have to like their stuff? You know, like ain't them disrespecting them. They just don't like their music. And I know most of y'all cat fought to keep the First Amendment in the hip hop community and stuff like that, and music as a whole. So why can't you let the new rappers exercise that First Amendment? Like why not? Like, y'all over here roasting and slandering these cats constantly, and it's really not helping hip hop at all. And y'all be complaining that hip hop is dead. Well, with this attitude right here, it's gonna die. It's not dead. It's not dead now, but if y'all keep acting like this, it's gonna die. And one cat who constantly do this is Hip Hop Universe, which I've been unsubscribed to that idiot because he basically called every new rapper whack just because they're new. You know what I'm saying? Like, he only listened to like one song, and he'd be like, oh, that rapper is trash. And all the songs that he plays 99% of the time are turn up music. You know, songs that came out after 1999. Like, bruh, like, seriously, this, I don't know what to say. All I gotta say is this: that attitude is really gonna divide hip hop, in my opinion. And also, things change. Like I said, things change for a reason, and there's a reason why we have change in hip hop and other things. Because if things stay the same, we're gonna get tired of it and move on to something else. Just like if hip hop would have stayed the same all the time, people gonna get bored with it and be like, all right, screw this, going to another genre or making another genre. You know, just like with disco. Well, I don't even know what happened with disco, to be honest, but to me, all disco sound the same to me. And I was like, no wonder why that genre died out, because it ain't really like making the evolution like it should. Or doo-wop. Doo-wop was the same way. That died out too because it was pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same stuff. And whether y'all like it or not, old heads, these new artists, they like your brothers, and you can't win a war fighting with your brother. I'm deep. I'm a deep person. I'm going to heaven. We all been there before. We've probably seen it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we all see like a music-based club or an account basically saying that one artist must go, or which artist is better, or is this artist is the GOAT, or is this artist the next blase. I can go on and on. I can make a whole video about this, for real. Now, to all the social media viewers, which is like 98% of my viewers, y'all know I have love for hip hop. Y'all know this. And I also love the hip hop based clubs and accounts and stuff on social media, because it further expand my horizon and knowledge about the genre. You know, it helped me find great artists. Like, this is how I discovered AZ and Voice 259, to be honest, and Freddie Gibbs. But the comparison, it has got to stop with two artists on different platforms. Like really, no cap. I remember when someone made a meme that says it's the baby of the next Tupac. Like, dog, Pop paid his dues, man. I think the last thing he would want is the next generation of rappers to be just like him. You know, I think he wants them to be their own men. Like, why can't the baby be the one and only the baby? Why can't J. Cole be the one and only J. Cole? Why can't Tupac be the one and only Tupac? Why this artist got to be the next whoever? Like, why must y'all compare these new acts who still haven't got their legacy started up to these legends who ain't got nothing left to prove, man. And I don't know, in my opinion, it defeats the whole purpose of legacy, bro. But hey, this social media thing is really exposed y'all and dictating y'all at the same time. Basically saying that like y'all ain't really got no real character. Y'all just go off of propaganda and stuff like that. Now, this pet peeve is more on the artist than the fan. Now, I can't stand it when some rappers repeat the same bars with the same words, or just say the same rhyme with different words, or say different words that sound the same. You know what I mean? Like, it's just this homophone and stuff like that. Like an example of what I'm talking about is when Crank Lucas said this one line. He said, "You can get filled up with hollows until you empty. Triple entendre, empty, hollow, filled up." Now, I will give Crank Lucas a pass on this one because he was basically making a demonstration. He wasn't, rapping. I mean, he was rapping for real, but he was basically making a demonstration at the same time. So I'll give him a pass on that. But artists like Kanye West, Denzel Curry, and Nicki Minaj, they all been guilty of doing this. And I can make a video on Nicki Minaj on her. Like, stop repeating yourself, all right? We heard you the first time. Like, only rapper who was able to pull this off was Joyner Lucas when he did Backwards, but that's because his purpose of doing the song was to say some lines and then say the same lines but in reverse. So I'll give him a pass on that. Now, I think this is wrong on so many levels. Now, me, I wouldn't diss nobody who died, even if I didn't like that cat. Like, there's an old saying, you ain't got nothing nice to say about someone, then don't say it at all. With that being said, I do believe that there are some people who do deserve to die, and that person, but at the end of the day, that's somebody's baby. That's somebody's daddy, and possibly somebody's role model. You never know. And you just sit there and talk crap about them while they're in the grave. That's pretty uncalled for. And I will admit, I used to do that too, but it's still wrong on so many levels. Like, bro, keep their name out your mouth. If you don't like them, then shut your mouth, man. And not only that, it's uncalled for and also a bitch move, because like you coming at them and they can't do nothing about it. But anyways, y'all, that's all I got for today. I just want to say this, Happy New Year's to y'all. I know I'm super late to the party, but Happy New Year's anyway. Y'all be safe out there, be smooth out there. This is your boy Perfect Cell, and I'm Ghost.
Sweet Mary J, Mary Kate and Ashley, two twins rolled up. I think it was a